October 2012, two foreigners were arrested in Vietnam on charges of drug smuggling. Under Vietnamese law, smuggling 600 grams of heroin is punishable by death. One of those charged is my friend in China, Li Wei Zhen, or Janny, but she was falsely accused and is now serving life in prison in Hanoi. Modern-day Hanoi is a fast-paced, vibrant city and has become a favorite travel destination for millions of tourists. For many years, drug trafficking has been a major problem, and the Vietnam government has imposed strict laws with severe penalties for anyone caught smuggling drugs into or out of the country. They proudly publish statistics which show the increased number of arrests and convictions. However, serious investigation of facts is commonly ignored, and a person is determined guilty unless they can prove innocence. Janny's story is one such case. Her statements to police and in court hearings were set aside with no attempt to perform the most basic search for the truth. In China, the police waited 6 months to begin investigating, and when they finally did, they searched her computer and found that communication with her customer lined up perfectly with the statements she made to police in Vietnam. Janny's story is tragic, but not uncommon. Retired FBI agent Steve Moore, now a contributor on CNN, Fox, and others, was responsible for exposing the truth in the Amanda Knox case in Italy, which ultimately overturned her conviction. Steve is a crusader for truth and has taken an interest in Janny's case.
Now I spend my time working to get released those people who do not belong to be in jail, wherever they are in the world. And before I get involved in a case, I have to believe with all my heart that they are innocent. And in this case, in Janny's case, I believe with all my heart that she is innocent of what she is charged with. Yet, still in her early 20s, she is now going to spend the rest of her life in a Vietnamese prison for something she didn't do. Drug dealers use innocent people to bring their drugs into countries where they don't want to risk death or life imprisonment. And that's what happened to Janny. She didn't bring the drugs in, but yet she was blamed for them being brought in. This is unfair, this is heartbreaking, and this is not what should happen to a woman who has tried so hard to live an honest life and who is now being victimized by dishonest people.
Janny loved to travel. She had already visited India and Malaysia. One customer of her clothing business knew this and paid her expenses and a small fee of 2,500 renminbi, or $400 to fly to Vietnam and bring back some clothing samples, which his assistant, a Thailand woman, would provide. When the samples arrived at the hotel, Janny looked at them and thought they didn't look right. So she began to examine them. Some white powder fell out, and she asked the Thai woman what it was. She replied, "It's heroin." Janny wanted to call the police, but the woman became forceful and demanded that she call the customer in China. At that point, Janny realized this woman was not a friend and would harm or kill her if she attempted to contact authorities. The customer told them to get out of that hotel immediately, go somewhere else, and call him again. When they went to the lobby of their hotel, the police were waiting for them. Why? A call from the United States authorities, most likely DEA, told Hanoi police that they have been trying to catch the Thai woman, knew where she was, and that she was about to receive a shipment. Hanoi police agreed to the capture. Janny was caught in the middle of a major drug smuggling arrest and convicted of drug trafficking. The Thai woman was sentenced to death. Janny escaped death, but the life she lives now is one of hopelessness, imprisoned by her naivety and trust of a customer who took advantage of her. In court, she cried out, "Why doesn't anyone believe me?" I do. There's only one way possible to gain her freedom. Her family must pay court fees and fines totaling $165,000. but they have exhausted their finances paying for legal representation. Will you help? We need donations, large and small. We also need assistance from a non-profit organization to receive and account for the money. Please send an email with your pledge to savejanny@live.com. When we're ready to receive donations, we will contact you with details. For updates and more information, visit facebook.com/savejanny. Even $1 will make a difference if enough people are willing to join our effort to save Janny. If you can't give, please pray for her release and for strength while she continues to face this terrible injustice. Thank you.